Okay, so few experiments makes use of what is known as a push button switch. So you can see this switch, so this is the button part of it. Okay, top portion. On the bottom portion we have four pins. Okay, so internally the structure is like this that you can see here. Okay, so there are basically four pins represented as A, B, C, C, D. So on one side it is taken as A, B. Okay, on the other side it is considered as C and D. Okay, they are adjacent to each other, A and B and C and D. Okay, internally the structure will be like this. A and D are shorted. Similarly, C and B are shorted. Okay, when we press the button, okay, what we can observe is this A and C points get shorted. Similarly, point B and D gets shorted. If you have connected 2 points or 2 wires, one to point A and point C, they are open when the switch is open. When the switch is pressed, points A and C gets shorted. Okay, so here we can see that the switch is connected to the microcontroller. You can see that one end of the switch is connected to a resistor, which is connected to plus 5 volts. On the Aryabhata main board we have a plus symbol. Those pins provides 5 volts. This interconnection, the junction of the switch and the resistor is connected to the pin. For example, in this diagram P1.1 is selected. So if you have chosen any other port pin, you can connect to that particular port pin. The other end of the switch is connected to the ground, so that when the switch is pressed, the pin is shorted to ground. That is a basic intention. So this switch provides a path, the path for the so the pin to the ground when the switch is pressed. When the switch is released, the supply is connected to port pin. Okay, so this is how the push button switch is interface to 8051 microcontroller. So this is how it has to be connected. Okay, done.
So as explained now, we are going to take one connection from the positive terminal, that is for the to make the switch high. So we are going to connect one column here of the breadboard as plus 5 volts. Okay, and the other column we are going to connect as ground. Okay, this is the standard we always follow for any connection. Okay, so this black cable is for ground, this cable is for plus 5 volts. Now this is the switch that is connected to our breadboard. So in this switch, as it was explained, these two pins are what are get connected when you close the switch. The pins that are far away from each other, they are internally shorted. So when you connect this into your breadboard like this, you can use either these two pins for connection when the switch is pressed, or similarly I can use these two pins. The switches across, they are internally shorted. So this pin and this pin are shorted, this pin and this pin are shorted. So now we are going to use these two pins here like this, what we can see here. The pins on these two sides are going to be used for making the connections. So one end of the pin we are going to connect to the plus 5 volts using a resistance. So I'm going to take a resistance. The value is not important. You can take 1K, 500 ohms, any resistance. That is just to make sure you don't short the plus 5 volts and ground. So I'm going to connect it to one end of the switch, the resistance. Other end resistance goes to plus 5 volts. Alright, so one end of the switch is connected to plus 5 volts. Whichever end is connected to plus 5 volts, from the same terminal, take another wire, connect it to the pin to which you want to connect your switch. So I'm going to use P1.1 for my switch in the program. So I'm connecting the input from the switch to P1.1. Alright, and the second terminal of the switch, the other terminal of the switch is going to be connected to ground. So this is the other terminal of the switch. That terminal is going to be connected to the ground point. Okay, this finishes the switch connections. So one part goes to plus 5 volts through resistance. From the same point of the resistance, connect to the pin you want to use as a switch. Other point of the switch is connected to the ground terminal. Now you are going to control an LED using a switch. So the LED and we are in the previous connection, as we saw, the cathode goes to the pin, the anode goes to plus 5 volts. So take your anode part in this line, wherever plus 5 volts you have connected, connect the plus 5 volts there and connect the cathode to the other point here, and from your pin, let us say I want to use P 1.0 for my LED connection. From 1.0 connect it to your LED. Alright, now it is blinking when it is not pressed, because that is the program we have written. If I press the switch, the blinking will stop. Alright, as long as the switch is pressed, it will not blink. As soon as I release the switch, it will start blinking again, because when it is not pressed, the pin is reading high, and the program says whenever the pin is high, blink the LED. When I press the switch, the pin reads a low, so whenever it reads a low, it will not blink the LED. So that is the program we written in the class also. Same thing is being happening here. So using this, you can control any number of components you want. The switch connection remains the same. The program has to change based on what you want to control. That is all.